And today, guys, we have a brand new beta banana. Guys, banners on shields, new sniffer eggs, all kinds of crazy cool stuff coming up right now. Hey there, guys, Skippy here. Hurrah! Skippy 6 Gaming, guys, coming to you from, yes, this is the beta world where I do all of the beta update videos and change logs, and you can see we have all of the cool new stuff in game. Guys, they've added, of course, armor shields, I guess not armor shields, but banner shields. And yeah, you can see he's moving around good, looking good. That's a basic pattern. I'm going to go in, we're going to go look at everything. I'm just going to go over the changelog real quick, guys. We got sniffers, we got sniffer eggs, we got our flowers, we got pitcher plants, we got everything ready to go, guys. So let's do the changelog quick. I'm going to go through it pretty quick and let's start playing with these guys. I'm worried because the sniffers are invisible for me, but I'm thinking that maybe one's going to hatch. And if it hatches, then maybe it won't be invisible anymore. So hopefully after we read the changelog, there'll be one there. And okay, guys, this is pretty straightforward. We got our first look right here. It's just basically telling you that we got shield banners now, in addition to sniffer eggs, new breeding mechanics, potion colors, and some new plant life, guys. Let's do the changelog. Experimental features, guys, accessibility features. Potions, tipped arrows, and mob effects all have their colors changed. Potion color change, that's basically it for everything. Archaeology changes, guys. Minor pottery shards will now be found as loot in desert pyramids, and shelter pottery shard now has the correct display string. Brush changes, guys. Basically here, this is saying that the brush is going to... it's going to make different sounds, whether you're using it on suspicious stuff or not. It's going to let you know. In addition, there's going to wear out, and yeah, it's going to wear out, but not when you break blocks with it. Bamboo wood set, of course, aligned the flammability of the bamboo wood set to match the other wood sets. So, and this one here is some block changes, guys. So basically, suspicious sand and suspicious gravel are not going to drop anymore when they're dropped on specific blocks, you know, like signs or banners, kind of like sand breaking when you put it to a torch. This basically is the same thing. There's been tons of changes on what faces of blocks can hold other things. If you want to read through it, go ahead. But basically, you know, decorated pots, the top face is not able to have full support, so you can't put things on top of it like redstone dust or full block items. In addition to that, Cherry Grove changes, guys. The Cherry Grove biome doesn't have invisible double grass anymore above the pink petals, and dandelions no longer generate in it because it looks weird, pink and yellow. And over here, you're going to see hanging signs. Guys, big change is they decrease the number of characters allowed in hanging size while increasing their font size. So now the letters are bigger, but you can put less. And basically, there's a bunch of glitches with hanging signs, whether it's what hanging sides can hang from, anvils, cores, flowers, weird stuff like that. They've adjusted all of that, in addition to changing the V-shaped chain when hanging a sign attached to the bottom of decorated pots. So basically sounds, shapes of the chain, and the amount of digits allowed in it, you know, but the font size all changed. All the user interface has kind of been, you know, switched up a bit. We'll check it out. Armor trims, guys, it's just a bunch of graphical glitches when you're switching it in and out. All the armor trim shows right. That's basically what that says there. In addition, camels now have, you know, a little bit of a different animation, and some user interface changes with Pocket Edition as well have been made here. And over here, we got some boat changes. Basically, the where mob goes in the boat, it will look good. And shield customization, guys, that's banner shields. On Java, they've been doing it for a long time. You can basically take your shield and your banner, put them together, and it makes a thing. Sniffer changes. So basically, it's no longer in experimental mode in the beta, of course. But basically now, when they breed, they're gonna drop an egg, and then you have the egg instead. When placed on moss, the egg will hatch after approximately 10 minutes. On all other blocks, it takes 20 minutes. Easy as that. To pitcher plant, of course, the sniffer can now occasionally sniff up a pitcher pod item, and the pod, which planted in farmland, has 5 growth stages. Once fully grown, it's going to have a 2-block tall pitcher plant. So new block, yay. Okay, so torch flower, guys, this is basically, you know, it's basically saying that it's going to have kind of a random visual display depending on its hitbox, so they'll look a little different. And basically it's just telling you they can be put in composters now, their hitbox match, bees will pollinate them now, when they used to just tempt. Pick blocking, a fully grown torch flower planted farmland now gives you torch flower instead of the seeds. Suspicious Stew will now have a torch flower version to do something new to you, and you can now eat chickens and parrots will eat the seeds. So guys, vanilla parody, guys, Woodland Mansions, Entrance now uses cobblestone. A bunch of changes, iron bars, just making, vanilla Java and Bedrock the same. Accessibility changes, guys. Screen reader now describes function of delete world button in storage menu. Tweak the contrast of text inside the header lines in world storage settings. So gameplay changes, guys. Pistons could be invisible. They fixed that. That's not new. That's been like my whole Minecraft career. And basically there's a whole spew of them. Basically people were falling through partial blocks like farmland when it turned into a solid block. So that's pretty much covered right there. And weighted pressure plates now update their signal strength. So block changes, guys. Some of the logs in the woodland mansion were wrong and now faced right. And some of the sounds that happen in there by landing on top of Skulk sensors are now affected by the player's sound slider. So not just the worlds, I guess. Each player, it was a different volume. So after choosing the main menu option on the death screen, the player hitbox will now be the correct size when returning to the world. So general changes, they fixed an issue where a locally hosted dedicated server was not found by clients on the same machine. They fixed a bug that could cause player capes to stop flapping. Moving forward and looking sideways. Sugarcane no longer generates air pockets underwater. Added spawn item. A few other things right here. We could take a look. We could skip right through. Okay, some small changes to RTX. A broken and unbroken elytra would render in your hand incorrect, and now it's fixed. Gas shoot fireballs out of their mouth instead of at eye level. Boots do not Z-flight anymore when worn by humanoid mods, and armor stands. The leg and the belt parts of the leggings do not Z-fight anymore. I guess they were like on top of each other, and yeah. So multiplayer changes, a bunch of user interface changes. I think I'm gonna just go through. We gotta get good stuff right here. Okay, so we'll see. I'm going to do everything. We'll do the Sniffer last, so maybe one of these eggs could hatch. Basically, the Sniffer will come hatch faster, 10 minutes, if it's on moss. So if it is on moss, then, maybe we better put it back up too. But you can see this one's cracking, right? This one's cracking right there. What is it? And you can hear the invisible sniffers because basically this right here spawns the Sniffer. It's invisible though. I don't understand what's going on with that. Let's talk about these shields. So basically all you have to do from now on is go into here and make yourself a banner of any sort, whatever you want. Mix and match, do what you choose. Then you just jump into a crafting table, mix your shield with any banner you want, of course, and bang, you're gonna lose the banner. And you gain a shield with an image on it. And there you go. It looks cool. Pretty good. Pretty straightforward stuff. We've seen that coming. There was a bunch of changes to armor trim. Basically, in the worlds where you would grab armor trim and place it and put it back, sometimes the armor trim was messed up on the one in your hand and the one that you picked up. So they did a bunch of changes with that. Let's do suspicious sand changes. So you can now enchant your brush. So basically now, you can basically have, so if you use a brush on suspicious sand or gravel, it's going to now wear out, and you can use parts of it down until it totally wears out, but not if you have a mending. We're going to have a mending, we're going to have unbreaking 3, and curse of vanishing. You take any of these things, and yeah, put this guy in. Let's make unbreaking 3. For the win. So yeah, that said, you will not break it. So if you break a non-suspicious sand block with this, it doesn't use any mending. So yeah, don't worry about that. Or it doesn't use any damage anyway. Small changes, of course. Is there one there yet? There should be one soon. Well, hopefully there's a visible sniffer, because I went to Twitter and I tweeted about it saying, hey, I can't see my sniffers, they're invisible. So maybe someone will answer before we're done. So these sign changes. Basically, they've done a lot of changes with regards to what the signs look like when they hang. And this is a good example of this cherry sign is going to look different when hanging from, a soft face. I guess that's what they called it. There's a spider around here somewhere. And yeah, so basically you can see here from a pot, it's going to have a V shape from a regular block disc. And again, what they hang off of or don't hang off of has been a lot of changes in the game. So that's pretty exciting in that sense. Let's do this. Let's go over here. And the camel changes, they basically just fixed up how you pick up basically the off. It's like a user interface. So now that sneak to dismount, that's new. I guess they fixed that up. A bunch of graphical changes from the camel getting clipped in various ways. He's pretty cute. I never really messed with those camels that much. And yeah, so again, we're still waiting for this sniffer egg to hatch. You can hear the invisible sniffers everywhere. That's pretty exciting. So we got these guys right here. Let's just go pitcher plant and pitcher pods if you put the pod in the ground. you're gonna, so basically you get to picture pods from the sniffers. The sniffers are going to sniff them out occasionally. Oh, look, see what he just did? The invisible sniffer just sniffed it out. I think that this is a glitch, I'm pretty sure, but as you can see, they sniff them out eventually, and then you get them, and then you live them, then you plant them down there. What perfect timing. You can bone meal them, and you got the pitcher plant. So this is kind of weird. This one I just placed. So I just placed this one down in the dirt like that, and it didn't do that, I guess. So this comes back as a pod. So that's pretty interesting. Pods, yeah. So again, we're still waiting for this guy here. I think another one. They're digging up these pods a lot. So that's pretty exciting. So now we just got to mess with this sniffer. I'm going to give it a minute, and then if it comes back, actually torch flower. Let's talk about the torch flower. Torch flower and potions as well. So potions, you can see the big changes here. Basically, all the colors are now monochromatic. They're not shiny like old enchanted items and stuff. In addition to this, there's also, it's dug up a pot again, but they're invisible. And all these guys don't glow either. So that's a whole nother story. These arrows don't glow. So basically, anything that did glow before doesn't. And yeah, so torch flower, of course, is going to be... Okay, so it's actually easy enough. I'm pretty sure that these sniffers being invisible is a glitch. I've checked every setting in the game. I've spawned every mob. There is no way to get the sniffer. The sniffer literally hatched. A sniffer hatched, came out invisible, and yeah. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. You guys can hear the sniffer. You've seen the sniffer. You got all the sniffer mechanics down, and you even saw it dig up the pod. So how cool is that? The last one was this torch flower. It's simple enough. You can also bone meal it. It will grow. It has a little bit of light, and again, it's supposed to be kind of looking different depending on, I guess, the hitbox changes. I feel like this is something similar to... Like, does it look exactly this? No, but you can see. So this is like bamboo. You know how bamboo only goes in one area depending on which one it kind of sits offset? So you can see that right here. So there you go. Invisible sniffers for the win. Sniffer eggs for the win. Banners on shields for the win, guys. Don't forget to smash that like before you go. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for, yeah, invisible sniffers. Cool tutorials. Let's party.